Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. Today we are continuing on with our album. We're going to be adding to our main base pages. This was the last video that we did where we added the main base pages onto the binding strip. We sewed them in, so it's the stitched accordion binding, and we attached it onto our covers. So I will link that last video up here in the cards and down below in the description box, if I remember to put it in the description box. And there's a whole playlist specifically for this album. We are using the Sugar Cookie, a paper collection by Prima. So the playlist for this album is called the Sugar Cookie. Basically amazing, or it should say, it may say Sugar Cookie. Well, let me just look. I'll just look so I can tell you exactly what it says. I forget what I call things all the time. Sugar Cookie, charming, basically amazing. So there is, there is the Basically Amazing Foundation intro. There is the new add-ons video, the binding method, the stitched binding method video, the detailed flip through of this album, which is kind of loosely based on that, but not 100%. I've simplified it. We're going to be duplicating the pages. The quick workbook how-to info video, what I'm going to be using in this video series, and the last video, how to make large, oh wait, no, there's another video. Oh, it's not public yet. That's why it's not in my playlist at the moment. But anyway, so you can skip all of those videos if you'd like and start with the how-to. But that is how you can go in order. If you want to follow my video series step by step, you just hit the playlist and you can go in order. Also, during this album series, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the paper collections. So you can skip all of those videos all the way up into what I am using, I guess. And you can start leaving comments below the video to enter and to win. So you have to, all that information is in the description box below the video. Since I got my phone out, let me just hit one of these videos. I'm just going to pause it. Let's see, when you hit one of those videos, I need to find the description box. How do you do that? Okay, so when you play a video, down here is the description box. So you've got there's the commercial, the ad that's playing. So then you hit this little bitty arrow right here if you're on your phone. And the description box pops up. All of this information is the description box. If you're on your computer, it's much easier. It says show more underneath the title. It says show more, and that is the description box. But anyway, the giveaway information is down in the description box. But in order to enter to win, you have to leave a comment below the videos in this video album series. And you need to be a subscriber to my channel and go ahead and give me a thumbs up on the videos, if you please. But I will link that playlist up here in the cards, and it'll be down in the description box. Bye-bye. Also, what I'm putting in the description box is the list of templates that I am using. If you're following me step by step, I'm also putting in the description box a list of the templates that you print out in order to make what I'm making in the video. So I'm trying to put it on there as like, okay, if you needed something from the foundations, I will put one of, 8B from the foundations, and then I will put whether or not it's got the background design on it or if it's plain. And if I'm getting it from the Charming, I will put one of 8B from the Charming, whether it's on plain or the background design. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do, if that's helpful, if you're following along with me step by step, making it exactly the way I'm making it. So be sure to check that out. I also have a special Amazon list specifically for this album down in the description box if you want to check that out as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with what we're going to be needing with, oh, one more thing before we go. Just another reminder. I'm using the Charming decorative edge, but you could also use the Graceful decorative edge if you wanted to. The pages are exactly the same except the edge is different. So if you didn't want to use this edge, you can use the Graceful. That's also available at Etsy shop. All that's listed down below. Okay. So what we're doing is we're going to be adding on. So I've already done one of the fins. So we're going to be doing this fin on camera. And I'm duplicating it. So we're doing the same setup, page setups for each fin. But we're going to probably decorate and embellish them a little bit differently. So we're going to be adding things onto the fin. So I've paper clipped it so it doesn't flop around. But we're going to be adding a flip down pocket like this. We're going to be adding a flip out page like that. So that's one that we're going to be adding. And then we've got this pocket here in the middle. And then on the back, we're going to be adding a, let's see, sort of like a flip here. We're going to be adding a belly band. And you can see we're going to be using one of the background designs there. We're going to be adding that. And then we're going to be adding this page that flips out. Okay. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So I've already done it in this, on this page, on this fin. Now we're going to be doing it to this fin. So what you need for that is from the foundations, you're going to need page 8B. Looks like this, page 8B. You're going to need 2 per fin. So I printed 2 onto 80-pound white cardstock, and it's just the plain with the distressed edges. And you're going to need 2 of these per fin. So if you ended up doing 3 fins or 5 fins, or however many fins you did, and you're following along, you're going to need 2 of 8B from the foundations per fin. I also wanted to point out too, the PDFs, you can't just go to your PDF and tell it to print page 8, because page 8 from the PDF may not be page 8B on the templates. So you need to make sure that you're printing page 8B and not the page that the PDF might state. And the reason for that is because there are multiples of some pages. So the PDF, your page, I can't go look right now, but it makes sense. If you open up the PDF, and you know, there's at the very top of your PDF, there's like a page number. Well, this is page 2 of however many. But page 2 in the templates probably isn't the same as what the PDF page is. So you need to make sure that you're printing off the correct page on the templates, not the page that the PDF says. Okay, so from the foundations, you need 2 8Bs, and then you need 1 9C, and I've used the letters background on that. So per fin, you need 2 8Bs and 1 9C from the foundations. I don't think I need to keep that marked for right now. And then there's also timestamps below if you want to skip around, if you just want to see how to put it together. Those are down below, and in the little chapter thingies here on the thing on the screen. Okay, so from the decorative edge add-on, you will need 1 of page 15B, which is this page here, per fin, and I just printed the plain. You will need 1 page of 17B, and I've got 2 fins, and I'm going to be using 1 of these per fin. So depending on how many fins you have is how many of these you need, but again, it's plain. So this is 17B. Use the other piece, this piece, on the other fin. And then you will need 1 of 26D per fin. And I wanted to point something out about this page 26D. I don't know if I said it in the last video, but my printer sometimes gets out of whack. And like even on my workbook, it didn't print the edges here. And on the other fin, I had to adjust for that as well. But then when I printed this one out, it printed them just fine. So it's like sometimes technology can be so frustrating sometimes, can't it? But if it doesn't print out that little hump or that little point, well, just compensate for it. Just hand draw it in really quick with a pencil if you want to. Because obviously even my own printer prints them differently every time. So I don't know. I tried to look into different settings to see what was going on, but anyway, so there you have it. Okay, so let's start with the main base pages from the foundations. And I'm going to get my paper trimmer out. I still haven't updated my Amazon list for all the different little things on it. I will, I promise. Okay, so for both of these pages 8B, we're just going to need one long tab. So I'm going to cut this away here and leave this one on both. And we're going to cut both short tabs off. Oops. Okay, so those were the two 8Bs. And then, sorry about the glare on my thingamabob here. So, depending on how many fins you have, depending on how many of these you printed out, print those all out the same. And then this one is the same thing. We just need one long tab, and we do not need the two short tabs. So, I'm going to trim away one long tab and both short tabs. And if your background design is a direction, you need to pay attention to that, because we're going to be, the printed background is going to be this away. So it's going to open up like this. So pay attention to which one you cut off. So if I'd have left this tab and not this one, not that this background matters, this one does not have a direction. But if I left the other tab, it would flip differently, if that makes any sense. So just pay attention when you have a background design, which background design you use. This is one of the new, this is the letters background. Okay, so we just want to leave one long tab on that one. And then, let's see, let's do page 15B. Actually, I'm going to write this on here so I don't forget. We are not using these two little small pockets, so I'm just going to write 15B on here. Just for when we go to use them later, we will know what page that came from. So we're going to remove these, and we don't need either one of these side tabs. So we are going to remove those as well. And we're going to leave that one bottom tab on there. Like that. And then this one, we need all three tabs on this one, because this is going to be the pocket that goes on top of here. So this whole piece will flip down. I love doing that. So we need all the tabs on that one. And then we just need this belly band. We do not need these right now. So again, let me write that on here really quick. So this is 20, even though that one will be easier to know which page that came from, 26D. So I'm going to trim it right along that long tab there. So we need this piece and not this piece. Alright, so this piece here, whoops, and this piece here, I'm going to take away. Now normally I put these in my Crafty Companion, but it's full of stuff right now. And, whoops. And I really need to clean it out. So until I get that done, I've just got, this is where I keep my large scraps. So these are just all the stuff that I'm going to be using in the future. Oh, you know what else we need? One of page 10D from the from when we made the center pocket part. We need one of those leftover pieces per fin. We're going to need one of those. I forgot about that, so I'm glad I got this out. So this is where I keep all those pieces that I print out and that I haven't used yet, so that I can use them in future pages, just like this piece here. just like this 10D, using that in a future page setup. So I've also been keeping the large, most of the time these are the pieces that won't fit into my crafty tray, and so but I've also been keeping the tab pieces in here because I want to use them to stamp on. Now that's not one of those pieces. I'm gonna put that in my crafty tray. And then my large leftover pieces for making the covers, the coffee stain paper and stuff. Got that in here. And then I've already printed off some of my add-on photo mats. This is for the, I'll show you in just a minute. But anyway, so I keep them together. I find it much easier to create when I'm a little bit more organized. So I think what I'll do now is I will just take the time to cut all of these decorative edges. These are ready. I'm going to cut these decorative edges and I will be back, I think. To fussy cut these out, I think I'm gonna switch back and forth between little scissors and big scissors, because when you've got these little areas here to cut out, the little scissors, these are little cutter bees, they do work a little bit better. So I like the big scissors for like the big swoops. I feel like it works a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to continue this. I'm going to continue cutting all these out and I'll be right back. I forgot really quick. On the page 10D, the small pocket left over from the other, we don't need these 2 short tabs. We're just going to cut them off. I forgot to say that. So we don't need those. All right, continuing on. Okay, I've got everything cut out. Now I am going to go through and score everything with my We Are Memory Keepers scoreboard. And I believe this is a We Are Memory Keepers stylus. Whoops. I've been liking using the wider, bigger ball a little bit more because I don't know why. It doesn't cut through my paper, maybe that's why I like it more. But anyway, I'm going to go through and I'm going to score everything. Then I'm going to like prep everything like this, you know, give it a quick little prep on that score. And then I'm going to ink everything with my Distress Oxide in Walnut Stain. So I'm going to do all of that and then I'll be back. Okay, I have everything scored, cut, inked, taped. So I thought I would just really quickly show you where I taped everything. I haven't like cut anything where I need to cut as far as the tabs and stuff go, but for the 2 large, the 8Bs, I put the tape on the long tab on the printed side of the distress edges. I've inked the other side, but there's a reason for this because the tab distress edge prints out as well, and I already messed up once and I had to take it off and do it again, and that's why I made a note where I had attached it the wrong way, so I had to remove it and then remove the tape. And now I don't know if you can see, but the tab is really fuzzy. It's really hard for me to see in my monitor, but the tab is really fuzzy, and that's fine. I'm not going to stress over it because I'm going to cover it with a mat anyway. But on this side, if I would have left it where it was, you would have been able to see that tab. And I think we're literally just going to be putting photo mats on here. So I didn't want that tab visible. But also, if we don't just put photo mats here, I wanted the option, you know, to put photo mats or not put photo mats or whatever we want to do. I just didn't want the tab to be seen. Okay. So these 2, I used the 3/8 of an inch tape on these tabs on the printed distressed edge side. On this page, the pocket, oops, well, I didn't trim that out very well. On the printed side, I put the tape on the tab there, and then this is going to be a pocket or a flap or like a little flap. So I put the tape on the printed side of it, but I did ink both sides. I inked both sides of this one too. The belly band, I just inked, put tape on the top and bottom of that. And then the one we printed the letters background, I put tape on the plain side of the tab there, not on the printed side, the plain side. And then our little pocket, put tape all around the tabs, and I inked the inside of the pocket just because if you pull it open you can see a little bit. I didn't want it to be stark white. So let's see, let's start putting stuff together. Let's start with the pocket since I've got it in my hand. So I'm going to take my 10-hole scissors and I'm going to just angle those, and I'm going to notch these corners. I'm not so much worried about thickness in this album because there's a 1/2 inch between each fin, and there's only 2 fins, so I'm not worried about the bulk of these overlapping because I want it to be able to utilize the full size of the pocket, and sometimes when you cut it straight across, it'll still hit this here. So to prevent that, we're going to attach it to the 2 short tabs on the side. Where's my, there it is. This is my Teflon bone folder. And we're going to attach the 2 little corners there to prevent things from getting stuck on that bottom tab. Okay, so now let's attach it to the flip down part. Removing all of the tape backing. I'm going to bring this part over, and we're going to, so we put the tape on the printed side. So we're going to lay this pocket on top of that with the tape part showing up so we can see it. I'm so shaky. I just ate a pack of crackers so that I would quit being so shaky, you guys. But it's not worked yet. I did ink the back side of this quickly. Okay, so now we have this pocket here is attached to that flip down. Let's give that a burnish really quick. Like that. And then this is going to be this away. But we're going to put that aside for a second. And I think we're going to attach. So this is where that pocket is right here. This is the flip down, right? But we need to attach this piece first. So in the very front, the first page, we're going to take one of the 8Bs. I'm going to tab these corners just a little bit. And we're going to be attaching, let me make sure I just got the one. Yep. We're going to be attaching it down, the tape to the back side of this first page on this fin. We're going to be attaching it down like that, and so that it'll flip this way. Okay. So let's start by just taking just a little bit off of the top here of the backing, and then we're going to match up this bottom piece as best we can anyway. If I could get my head over it, it would be a lot easier, but so let's attach that down. So now we have this flip out this away, and then it flips this away. Now see, there's the tab right there. So I'm just going to ink those little corners, just the little bit there. Okay, so we want that attached down there. We're going to go ahead and burnish that. We're going to go ahead and sometimes just flip that on just so I can hear it. It's so funny. All right, so now we're going to attach this tab to the bottom of this page. So we're going to go ahead and I'm sorry, you guys. It just makes me giggle. Oh, Lordy be. All right, so let's attach this down to the bottom of this page here. And since I can't get my head over it, I'm just gonna hope I got it on there pretty good. So this will now fold down, and there is that tabbed area right there, or the the tab that we just attached to the page. So we got the pocket, we got the flip down, we got the flip out. So in my prototype, this is what we just created. This pocket right here is what we just created. So it looks way better once you've got stuff in it and once you've got it matted and all prettied up. So I just wanted to point that out. Even though we're not making it exactly the way we made it in here, or exactly the way I did the prototype, I still used some of the same elements. So pull down pocket, it opens this way, then it opens this way, and then here's that middle pocket. And then this back page, we're going to take the other 8B, same thing, we're going to tab or notch, whatever you want to call it. I never can seem to find the right word. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to attach it to the back side of this page so that the tab will be on this side. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this off, or pull the backing of the tape just a little. And we're going to line this up. Press that down. Flip that over. It should be pretty darn close, if not exact. And if it's not, it is okay. Okay. Okay, so now we got this flap, right? So the front, we just did that. Pocket, this flips, and then this flips. Okay, so on this side, yes, so on this side, we're going to be adding, well, first let's add the belly band to this piece right here. I'm going to go ahead and take both of those backings off. There is no up and down. There isn't any, because I didn't print anything. So I'm going to eyeball the center here. Oop. Well, looks like I may have scored a little wonky, but that is okay. I'm not going to concern myself with it. It's totally fine. So we've got that belly band there. Let me show you this belly band. Remember I told you that it printed wonky? Let me see if I can bring it up to the camera. Do you see there? I inked it up, but you can barely see the little line to where it cut off like the point in the round part. Do you see that? So it can be fixed, and I don't know if you can even see it. I can see it because it's right here in front of me, and I know what happened, but I don't know if you could have seen it on the monitor, or if you would have noticed it if I hadn't pointed it out. You see what I'm saying? So this one I didn't have that issue, so we are moving right along. Did I put that on crooked? Maybe I just put that on crooked. Let's see if I can lift this up. Well, again, it's not going to matter, but let me try. Did I burnish it? I think I did burnish it. Right. Okay. Let me try it once again. See if I can't get it to look more straight. It's a little better. I may have to come back and re-glue that, because it looks like I might have scored it a little crooked, a little wonky. Alright, so then this piece here, the one that has the letters background, we are going to notch these corners, and we are going to place that on the edge here. I'm going to remove the paper backing, and let's turn it around this way. And I'm going to line that up. Oh, I need to burnish that down really quick. Alright, line that up like that. And then the last piece is this one right here. Same thing. Stick to the corners really quick. Let's notch those corners. Whoa, wow. I really got a little carried away with that one. Alright, we're going to line this up down here. Okay. Alright, so now we have this. This flips open, this flips out, and then there's our belly band. And then this flips open this way. Okay. We still may add more things, like we have some pockets and things we could totally add in here if we want to. But right now, I think this is where we are going to leave it. Let me put some paper clips, keep them closed. And then in the next video, we will start, oops, that's not what I meant to do. We will start doing the matting and embellishing of the pages, and we might even start making some inserts and stuff. So in the next video, we'll just start making it look pretty. I still haven't done the, I need to do the mats for this, except I don't want to print them out. So I'm going to trace out the cover mats for the bee. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to mat these because it does kind of, the pages do hit that little edge there and it gets on my nerves. So I'm going to do that really quick. Okay, you guys, I just took a minute and I traced out my mats for the covers for the 8B for the B size covers, because I didn't want the printed distress edge on here, because I kind of want it to just kind of like melt into the background, where no matter what I decide to do on it, it doesn't kind of get in the way. It's not as noticeable, if that makes sense. So I just did that. I traced them out, cut them out, and stuck them down, front and back cover. Now nothing gets stuck when I'm moving pages around and stuff. So yeah, it gets on my nerves when it does it. Okay, so here we are. And I do think in the next video, we're just going to start embellishing things. But I am thinking, where's my little booklet here? That we should, I put 8 pages. This is 7BD. Oh, let me go ahead and do 2. This is page 7BD in the add-on photo mats. I'll show you that in just a second. So the add-on photo mats, oops, all my little clips are cattywamped. So 7BD is this one right here. It's the brown photo corners. I think it would be fun or cool if we just stuck these down, cut them out, and then stuck them down. Let me go ahead and cut these out really fast, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, and then we can think on it. Because if that's the case, then we'll need, this is something you can do, you know, on your own without any sort of video instruction. You can just go through and add these and print as many as you need. So you need 1 page per page, if you're going to put 2 on each page. So, well, I'll just cut the one set out and show you. Because my thinking was, for Christmas, a lot of times we take a lot of photos, you know, so sometimes we just need space for photos. So this flip out part, so this was the main page we sewed into the binding, right? And this is what we just added. So this flip out part, this part here, I thought it would be cool to add photo mats like this, and then 2 on this side. So, you know, like this. Don't add them yet though. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, don't add them yet because we need to still do some magnets. You don't have to do magnets, but I am going to do magnets. But so this was my thoughts. So there would be room for 4 photos, and then we could do something cool here. That's why I didn't print the decorative background design on these pages, because I thought this is all that's going to be showing. So we can maybe do some special inking and do some little decorative edges or something, or not edges, but some decorative embellishments right there. So that's my thoughts on these 2 pages here. So if you want to go ahead, these are printed out onto, this isn't copy weight. This is 32-pound copy paper. It's a little bit thicker, a little bit nicer, but it's still super thin. And you can go ahead and print those out if you want to and get them cut out and ready to go if we do this. But I am going to be putting some magnets here, so I'm not going to, don't add them in yet if you're going to be following along, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's what was my thought, because those will be neatly hidden away back there. Whoops. And if you wanted to too, you could add even more flips and things in here to add more photos if you wanted to. So keep that in mind as well. So yeah, that's what my thinking is, you guys. All right, so be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit that bell notification and then turn the notifications on so that you get notified when I upload a video. And it really does help when you guys engage. Make sure you leave me a comment. It helps to keep YouTube involved in my channel. You know, it keeps them, it keeps my channel in their thoughts, in their algorithm thoughts. And you can also share my videos to get more and more people excited about making mini albums. So, all right, you guys, that is all I have for you, and I will see you next time. Bye.